Welcome to the 7 Easy Steps to the FAFSA, a student's guide to the free application for federal student aid. This tutorial is meant to help you complete the 2013-2014 FAFSA. Throughout this tutorial, you will hear us reference the Helps and Hints box on the right-hand side of the page. This can be a valuable tool in answering any questions you may have. Before completing the FAFSA, you and your parents should register for a federal student aid PIN at www.pin.ed.gov. Your PIN serves as your electronic signature. Your PIN is also used to gain access to your personal records, so you should never share your PIN with anyone. To complete your 2013-14 FAFSA, you will need your PIN, Social Security numbers, 2012 income tax returns. If you have completed a FAFSA in a prior year, the renewal option will allow you to have some information pre-filled to expedite the application process. Please note that GRCC has semester deadlines for completing all FAFSA requirements. FAFSA status updates are on each student's GRCC Online Student Center under My Financial Aid page. Many families do not have their federal income tax returns finalized prior to completing the FAFSA. It's okay to estimate income information on your initial FAFSA and then update the information after you file your tax returns with IRS using the IRS Data Retrieval tool. Also, if you have filed your tax returns, you may be able to view and import your tax return information automatically by using the IRS Data Retrieval tool. The FAFSA application process is free of cost. You should never pay to apply for financial aid or scholarships. Be wary of websites or organizations that charge a fee to assist you with the financial aid application process. To get started, access the main FAFSA page at www.fafsa.gov and click Start a New FAFSA. Note, this is a .gov website, not a .com website. To begin, enter your name, Social Security number, and date of birth. This information must match exactly the records from Social Security Administration. You will then be prompted to choose which FAFSA year you would like to complete. Next, you will be asked to create a password. This password will allow you to save your application and come back to it if necessary. The introduction page provides helpful topics regarding the FAFSA on the web process. You may select each topic for detailed information and then click Next. You are now ready to begin Step 1, which is demographic information about you, the student. Step 1 covers student demographic information. In this screen, you will enter your personal information. Be sure your name, Social Security number, and your date of birth match the Social Security Administration records, as well as your admissions application on file at GRCC. Inaccurate information will cause major delays in receiving your aid. You will also be asked to enter your email address. Use an email that you check regularly because a student aid report or the SAR will be emailed to you. Your SAR contains a summary of your FAFSA information and is also used to notify you of any issues that may require special attention. Be sure to review your SAR after you submit your application to see if any additional information or corrections are necessary. Your marital status should reflect your status as of the date you submit your FAFSA. After you've completed this screen, click Next. Select the option that indicates your current citizenship status. If you indicate that you are not a U.S. citizen, you will be prompted to provide your alien registration number on your permanent resident card. Be sure you enter this information accurately. Mistakes here are common and can cause significant delays. If you are neither a citizen nor an eligible non-citizen, you do not qualify for federal student aid. If you are a male and not registered with Selective Service, please select Register Me. Most males are required to register before receiving federal student aid. The next series of questions helps your school determine the types of aid for which you may be eligible. This question can be kind of tricky. If you are a first-year college student, the next screen will prompt you for the name and location of your high school. That ends Step 1. Move on to Step 2 to select the schools to which you'd like your FAFSA information sent. In this section, you will be asked to enter the Title IV school codes of the colleges to which you would like your FAFSA information sent. GRCC school code is 002267. You will need to indicate whether you plan to live on campus, with your parents, or off campus. We're all done with Step 2. That was pretty easy. This section will determine whether you're a dependent or an independent student. Generally, if you're under 24, not married, do not have children living with you that you support greater than 50% and claim as your dependent, not a veteran of active duty military, not under court order classifying you as a ward of the court or under legal guardianship until you reached 18, you will be considered a dependent student for financial aid purposes. If you answer yes to any of the dependency questions, it qualifies you as an independent student and allows you to skip the parent demographic section. If you are married, as of the date you file your FAFSA, you will need to provide your spouse's demographic and financial information. Keep in mind that GRCC may request documentation to verify your independent status. If you answer no to all the dependency questions, you're considered a dependent student and you will need to provide your parents' information and their financial information. Select I will provide parent information and you will be directed to the parent section. However, if you believe you have extraordinary circumstances that prevent you from providing parental information, you still have the option of submitting your FAFSA by selecting I am unable to provide parent information. If you select this option, your FAFSA will be rejected and follow-up will be needed with GRCC. Many dependent students pay for colleges themselves with little help from their parents, and we often hear these students ask if they can be treated as independent because their parents don't claim them on their tax return. Unfortunately, the answer is no, unless a student can answer yes to one of the dependency questions or can demonstrate other special circumstances. A parent's refusal or inability to help pay for college is not considered to be a special, extraordinary circumstance. That ends Step 3. Now we're in the parent demographic section. It may be easier to have your parents with you while you watch the remaining steps and when you complete the corresponding sections on the FAFSA. If your parents are divorced or separated, the parent whom you lived with the most during the past 12 months is the parent responsible for filling out the FAFSA. If that parent has remarried, your step-parent must also report his or her information. Continue to fill out your parent's personal information. Be sure to check the accuracy to avoid processing delays. If one or both of your parents do not have Social Security numbers, please enter all zeros in the Social Security area. Yes, please do not leave them blank. Your parents will also have the option to enter an email address. If they do, they will receive an email confirmation when your FAFSA is processed. Enter the number of family members in your parents' household. The household size worksheet is provided to help you determine the number of members considered in your parents' household. Be sure to include your parents, including step-parents, yourself, your parents' other children, if your parents will provide more than half of their support. Also include any other people if they now live with your parents and your parents provide more than one half of their support and they are claimed as their dependents. Now that you've established the number in your parents' household, specify how many of these members are attending college at least half-time and are working towards a college degree or certificate in the 2013-2014 school year. Always include yourself in this number, but never include your parents, even if they are attending college. Try to be as accurate as possible because GRCC may ask you to verify this information. Okay, we're done with Step 4. We'll cover financial information next. Step 5. You and your parent should have your 2012 federal income tax returns handy when completing this section, but if you haven't completed your tax returns, you can estimate for now and then update the FAFSA later using the IRS data retrieval tool. Select whether or not your parents have completed a 2012 federal income tax return. If your parents have already completed their income tax return, you will be presented with a series of questions that determine your eligibility for using the IRS data retrieval tool. If you check no to all of these questions, you will be given the option to enter your PIN and link to the IRS. Your IRS data should be available within 1 to 2 weeks of filing your taxes electronically or within 6 to 8 weeks of filing a paper return. We highly recommend that you use this option. The IRS data retrieval tool not only simplifies the application process, but can also minimize the verification documentation GRCC may ask from you later. If you choose to use IRS data retrieval tool, you'll be notified that you're leaving the FAFSA website. Click OK. On the IRS website, enter their requested information. Be sure that you entered all information exactly as it appears on your tax return and click Submit. Once the IRS has validated your identification, your tax information will display. Click Transfer Now, and then return to the FAFSA website using the links provided. It's simple as that. If you transfer your IRS tax information, questions that are populated with tax information will be marked with Transferred from the IRS. Don't change any of this data. If you're selected for verification, GRCC can use the IRS data retrieval information for verification purposes in lieu of a tax transcript. The next screen will ask you to specify the type of tax return your parents filed or will file. Keep in mind that if you use the IRS data retrieval tool, many of the fields may already be populated. The following questions refer to items found on your parents' tax return or W-2. Line items will differ depending upon the type of tax return file, so be sure to follow the instructions provided in the helps and hints. Remember, that's over to the left-hand side. Okay, let's go through an example. This question asks for your parents' adjusted gross income, or their AGI. Depending upon the type of return your parent filed, the information may be found in different lines. If your parents filed a 1040, their AGI will be found on line 37. If they filed a 1040A, you'll find the AGI on line 21. Or if they filed a 1040EZ, it will be on line 4. The next question on the FAFSA asks for the amount of your parents' wages in 2012. This information is commonly reported on W-2 forms received by your parents from their employers. Next, you'll be asked to indicate your parents' dislocated worker status. A dislocated worker is someone who has lost his or her job, has been laid off, received a laid-off notice, or is receiving unemployment benefits. For more information about dislocated workers, refer to the Helps and Hints section. If you do answer yes to this question, the GRCC Financial Aid Office may ask for supporting documentation. You may also be asked to specify whether your parents or anyone in your parents' household received any federal benefits in the past 2 years. SSI is not the same as Social Security benefits. SSI is generally paid to persons with disabilities. Depending upon your answers to the previous questions, you may be asked whether your parents are eligible to file a 1040A or a 1040EZ. Parents who are self-employed, itemized deductions, or make over $100,000 are generally not eligible to file the 1040A or 1040EZ. If you're not sure, it's okay to just select I don't know. Continue to fill in your parents' tax return information on this next screen. Be aware parents commonly report their income tax paid amount incorrectly. Only report the figure found in the field specified in Helps and Hints. This series of questions ask for your parents' additional financial information and annual untaxed income. Make sure you read each line carefully using the annual amounts from the 2012 information. Some of this information is on your parents' tax return. and only report child support paid for children not included in your household. Payments to tax-deferred pensions and savings plans are items reported on your parent's tax return. Remember, line items will differ depending upon the type of tax return filed, so be sure to follow the instructions provided in Helps and Hints. You should ask your parents if they receive child support, living allowances, veterans' non-educational benefits, or other untaxed income, such as workers' compensation or disability. Make sure not to include other untaxed income listed here. You may then be asked if your parents' assets exceed a specific amount. The amount is determined by other information you previously entered and will differ from student to student. If you answer yes, you will need to provide your parents' asset information. The amount reported should reflect values as of the date you file your FAFSA. Report the total current balance of all cash, savings, and checking accounts held by your parents. This next question asks for the net worth of your parents' current investments. Investments include any real estate owned other than their home in which they live, trust funds, money markets, mutual funds, stocks and bonds, and CDs. Parent investments also include educational savings accounts, such as 529 college savings plans, even if they're under the student's name. The net worth of an investment is the current value of the investment minus the related debt. For example, the net worth of a rental property is the current market value minus the mortgage. Do not include the value of the home in which your parents live, their life insurance, or qualified retirement plans. In this last question, report the net worth of your parents' business or farm. Do not include the value of the family farm if your parents live on and operate that farm. Also, do not include the value of a business if it's owned and controlled by your parents and has less than 100 full-time employees. Okay, the hard part's over. Repeat these same steps in the Student Financial Information section and then move on to Step 6 for instructions on actually signing and submitting your FAFSA. This step is really short. If you are the student, the spouse, or the parent, you should answer no to this question. Anyone else should answer yes if they are completing the FAFSA on your behalf. Now it's time to sign the FAFSA. If you don't have a PIN, or if you forgot it, you can click on Apply for a PIN or I Forgot My PIN. After you enter your PIN, you will be asked to certify to the terms and agree to provide any information your school may request in order to verify the information provided on the FAFSA. If you agree to these terms, select I agree. You will then be asked to specify how your parents will sign the FAFSA, if that is needed. If your parents choose to sign electronically, the parent signing the FAFSA should identify him or herself as either the parent, the father, stepfather, or mother, stepmother, and enter his or her PIN. Remember, signing electronically will ensure the timely processing of your FAFSA. Remember, parents who do not have Social Security numbers from the Social Security Administration and have answered all zeros in the Social Security field at the very beginning must print a signature page here and then mail it to the address on the form. Next, your parents are asked whether or not they agree to provide any and all information the college may request in order to verify the information provided on the FAFSA. Requested information may include federal income tax transcripts and W-2s. If your parents agree to these terms, click I agree. We recommend you review your FAFSA summary to make sure the information you're about to submit is actually accurate. Once you have reviewed your application, click Submit My FAFSA Now. This is the last section, Step 7. You have submitted your 2013-2014 FAFSA. After submitting your FAFSA, you will get a submission confirmation page. We suggest you also print this out and keep it in your records. Once your FAFSA is processed, your SAR will be sent to the email address provided on the FAFSA in about a week. If you do not provide an email address, a paper student aid report or SAR will be mailed to the address provided on the FAFSA, which could take up to 6 weeks. Also remember that if you used estimates for your financial information, you'll want to log back on to the FAFSA to update your information after you and your parents, or just you, have filed your taxes. The IRS data retrieval tool is the easiest way to do this and should be available to you in just a couple weeks after electronically filing your tax return. GRCC will post the FAFSA results on the GRCC Online Student Center under My Financial Aid page. Any and all follow-up information needed will also be listed on your Online Student Center to-do list and on the My Financial Aid page. Remember to contact GRCC Financial Aid if you have any questions. Thank you again for watching, and we hope this was helpful. Good luck in the 2013-14 academic school year.